Made it. Stop.
Hello, my name's Adam Cook, and I'm joined by the lovely Chris White.
Hello.
How are you? Are you good?
I'm good, man. Yeah, you?
I'm good, thank you. We're here to talk about Uncharted The Lost Legacy, which originally started out as some DLC and grew too substantial, ended up as its own sort of thing, which you have now played all the way through, and we're here to chat about in a video review style.
I did, yeah. I loved it. I think it's very Uncharted, and that's a silly thing to say, but if you're a big fan of the series, you're gonna love it regardless. As long as you were a fan of the characters in it, like Chloe and Nadine, then you're gonna love it. I mean, who isn't? One of the kind of the greatest characters that kind of the unsung hero of the series was always Chloe for me, and it's great to kind of see her in her own game.
I think there's probably two camps at the moment. There's the people who love Uncharted 4 and there's the people who don't, and given how this started out, I would guess that it's probably not going to do anything to change anyone's mind drastically. I'm guessing it's just sort of more Uncharted 4, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's still, I mean, it's set right after the events of Uncharted 4. So obviously you're not Drake because Drake's retired. So you're playing through as Chloe in India, and you're basically trying to find this artifact called the Tusk of Ganesh, and yes, it's an artifact. Yes, someone's trying to find it. Yes, there's danger and there's a villain, but there's actually quite a personal story for Chloe and why she's there and the reasoning behind it and stuff. And it's a really kind of great story. And Nadine features heavily, obviously, and she's not playable, but she does play a massive role in the game. And the two of them throughout, I mean, obviously you know that they start off quite frosty and that it's purely business, but things change and seeing their relationship kind of progress is excellent. And they're both really good characters and they work really well together. It's some of the kind of the best interactions in the series, like Drake and his brother in the last game, or Drake and Sully throughout, or Elena and Drake. There's been some great kind of relationships and conversations and stuff, but these two just kind of works really well, and it's been done excellently. And the voice cast as well, they've always kind of been strong here, but to see them in this, it's like really great. And Claudia Black, who does Chloe's voice, is excellent.
I mean, we're not going to go into detailed spoilers here. Obviously, the game's not out yet. At the time you're watching this game isn't probably out yet, that's for sure. But I was a bit surprised because obviously in Uncharted 4, you had Drake's swingy thing, and I was a bit surprised talking to Callum in our preview video because it appears that this is back for this game. So I'm thinking, when I thought it was just very much Drake's thing. So I'm guessing obviously there are animation differences, voice actors, but is there anything substantially sort of different, or does it just literally feel like Uncharted 4 more?
So it does feel very much like Uncharted 4 in the kind of controls, and there are some slight differences, like the lockpicking mechanic, which features every few sections and stuff, and you're unlocking crates or doorways, that kind of thing, and it's mainly for treasure or to unlock kind of like a weapons cache.
So one thing worth mentioning is that it is $29.99 in the UK, so it's just less than 30 quid. So it's a sort of budget release, but it does. I mean, you said in the review that it took you 6.5-7 hours to complete, but there's more if you want it. And something that's certainly more of it surprised me again is that this is the kind of entire Uncharted 4 multiplayer experience. Like there is, I think, 14 maps. There's everything from that previous game. But it's also got like some sort of co-op horde mode, and which we're hopefully going to look at in another video where you and I get to play together. But it's quite a complete package. There's a lot here for the money. I think, is that fair to say?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just Naughty Dog have got excessive amount of talent on the books, and it's visually, of course, it's stunning, but it. Games aren't built just on visuals, it's the gameplay as well, and that it's excellent that it feels like you're controlling Drake from 4, but as I say, there are slight changes, but she still feels like her own character, and you never once kind of think, oh yeah, this is just Drake. it doesn't just with the kind of the dialogue and the character and the way she moves and the way she acts. She makes her feel like her own character anyway, and it's not. Yes, it is kind of an expansion to a point. However, it is a full game, and it all harks back to what people expect. But it's a full game. It's £30. It is a stupid price, in the best kind of way, because people pay £50 for this kind of game, and it's it's familiar. The whole game is familiar. You get the set pieces, you get the waves of enemies, you get everything you're used to with Uncharted, but it always finds ways to improve upon that. And you know what? Visually, it is better than Uncharted 4. There are some really amazing kind of moments in this where you're just driving along and you just see something like there's a flock of flamingos just like kind of chilling out, and you kind of drive through them and they all fly off into the sky, and it's just like it's just insane, like how much detail's involved. But yeah, just the game itself is absolutely class, and like if you're an Uncharted fan, you will love it. If you're not, it's a great way to get back in, because it doesn't, you don't have to really have played them all, because it's a standalone expansion. It helps if you know who Chloe is, of course it does, and there's a rich history in Uncharted, so you're gonna appreciate it more than if you didn't. But you could just play it anyway, and it's absolutely stunning.
Well, you can go to godisageek.com, because that is our website where you will find Chris's written and scored review of Uncharted The Lost Legacy and everything else kind of that you could ever need in the gaming world. Listen, we're even branching out into TVs and movies and stuff, so come on, go over there. I'm at GBSF on Twitter if you want to talk to me, but Chris, most importantly, is at FirstAvenger83. And, of course, at God is a Geek is where you'll find, our overlord of a Twitter account. Chris, thank you very much for your time.
No worries, thank you.
And we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.